Good morning and welcome to morning meditation. We're on Psalm chapter 81. But my people would not hearken to my voice. Israel would none of me. So I gave them to their own heart's lust, and they walked in their own counsels. Oh, that my people had hearkened unto me, and Israel had walked in my ways. I should have soon subdued their enemies, turned my hand against their adversaries. The haters of the Lord should have submitted themselves unto him, but their time should have endured forever. He should have fed them also with the finest of wheat, and with honey out of the rock, should I have satisfied thee. I think that's one of the saddest psalms in the Bible. Great commentary on the people of Israel not following God's way. But I think there is a clear application we can make to New Testament Christianity. He tells us in Peter that he's given us great and precious promises, that by these we might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in this world through lust. And here he was talking to the nation of Israel. He said, not only would I have destroyed your physical enemies, but your spiritual enemies also. But ye would not. In Psalm 73, it says, they limited the Holy One of Israel. Christian, that's a lesson for us. God is not going to force us to do his will. He wants us to do what we do because we love him. The love of God constrains us. The law of man compels us. And we get that backwards sometime. We think that if we compel people to obey the laws of God, that they're going to be okay. No, it's got to be a love relationship from the heart. Why? Because the Bible says we love him because he first loved us. God gives us these blessings. They're already ours. But unless we take advantage of them, scripturally speaking, we're going to be just like the children of Israel. God said, I should have, I could have, I would have, I should have several times in this particular passage. What was he saying? You missed out on the blessing. And Christian, when we refuse to obey God's commandment out of love for him, we miss out on blessings that are already ours. It's like the oft-told story. There was a widow woman that had an only son, and he went off to work in Australia. She's back in London, and her church came by because they were about to repossess her little house. There wasn't much to it. And the pastor said, well, hasn't your son helped you at all? Is there anything that your son's done for you? And she said, no, he just sends me pictures of Australia once a month. And he said, well, could I see those pictures? He went into her one little bedroom house, and her walls were papered with not just pictures of Australia, they were money orders from Australia. She was rich beyond her comprehension, but for years and years and years, she had lived in poverty simply because she had looked at those gifts as pictures and not as promises. I don't think I need to make the analogy there. A lot of times we say, well, that's good for Joseph. That was good for Abraham. That's good for Paul. That's good for Peter. Wow, those are wonderful pictures. No, those are illustrations of promises that God will make to each one of us. God will work in each one of our circumstances according to his promises. We just have to be willing to believe, to trust. And Brother Ray Young did a good job of explaining belief. Go back and listen to the revival messages. Trust means, despite the circumstances, I'm going to believe God. And Christian, it's a sad commentary here in Psalm 81 that Israel would have had everything they needed, everything they wanted, but they refused it and walked in their own counsel. We get a little upset about how our nation's going today. I believe it's the church is refusing to take advantage of God's promises. God will bless us beyond our greatest belief, and in spiritual blessings and physical blessings if we'll just learn to love Him and not be compelled by the law, but constrained by love. God bless you and have a good day.